Cast your burden on the Lord, and he shall sustain you. Psalm 55:22. These words remind us of God's promise. It reassures us that we are not alone. When life gets hard, we can rely on God. He is always there to help us.
Dear friends, welcome. Today we will talk about God's help in our lives. We all face problems. Sometimes they seem too big to handle. But we have good news. God is always ready to help us. God's love is endless. He cares for each of us. When we trust in Him, our burdens become lighter. He gives us strength and peace. Life's challenges become easier to face with His guidance. Imagine a parent helping a child. When the child is scared, the parent comforts them. God is like that parent. He is always there to hold us, to guide us. We just need to trust Him. In this video, we will see how God's sovereign care helps us. Through stories, scriptures, and analogies, we will understand His love better. Together, let's explore the power of trusting God. Life is full of challenges. Everyone faces problems. Some struggle with health issues. Sickness can make us feel weak and scared. We may worry about our future, but God promises to be with us. Financial troubles are also common. Many people worry about money. They may not have enough to pay bills or buy food. This can cause stress and fear, but God provides for our needs. Broken relationships can hurt deeply. Friends or family may let us down. We may feel alone and sad. But God is always with us. He heals our hearts and brings comfort. These problems are real. They can make us feel lost. But there is hope. God cares about our struggles. He wants to help us. By trusting Him, we can find peace in the midst of our troubles. Picture a bird caught in a storm. The sky is dark and the wind howls fiercely. The wind is powerful and the rain is relentless, pounding down without mercy. Yet amidst the chaos, the bird finds a safe haven, a shelter from the storm. It waits there patiently, staying still until the storm passes, confident in its protection. God is like that shelter for us, a refuge in times of trouble. Psalm 18:2 says, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge." This verse reminds us that God is our protector, our stronghold in life's storms. He is steadfast and reliable, like a fortress that cannot be shaken. When life feels like a storm, with challenges and difficulties swirling around us, we can trust God. He keeps us safe and secure. He gives us strength to face our challenges, to climb the mountains before us, and push through to the finish line. Just like the bird in the storm, we can find peace in God, knowing that He is our protector. Trusting God's protection is essential. It brings us peace and calm in the midst of life's storms. It helps us feel secure like a child in a parent's arms, knowing that we are cared for and loved. We know that He is always with us, providing comfort and strength through every trial. No matter how tough life gets, God is our refuge, our lighthouse in the storm, guiding us safely through. He is our safe place, our sanctuary where we can find rest and peace. Let me tell you a story about Mark. Mark was facing financial ruin. He had lost his job, bills were piling up. Mark felt desperate. He didn't know what to do, but then he turned to prayer. Mark prayed for help. He trusted God's promise in Philippians 4:19, "And my God will supply every need of yours according to His riches and glory in Christ Jesus." This gave him hope. Soon, things began to change. Mark found a new job. He was able to pay his bills. His financial situation improved. Mark saw this as God's hand at work. He learned to trust God more. Mark's story shows the power of prayer. It teaches us that God provides for our needs. When we trust Him, He takes care of us. Even in difficult times, God's care is evident. Life can be confusing. Sometimes we don't know which way to go, but God offers guidance. Proverbs 3:5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding." Think of a sailor in a foggy sea. The fog makes it hard to see, but the sailor has a compass. It shows the right direction. God's guidance is like that compass. He leads us through life's fog. When we face tough decisions, we can trust God. He knows the best path for us. We may not understand everything, but God does. His wisdom is greater than ours. Trusting God's guidance gives us confidence. We can move forward without fear. We know that He is leading us. Like the sailor with the compass, we can navigate life with God's help. God's sovereign care is powerful. It can turn our trials into triumphs. When we trust Him, our problems become opportunities for growth. God's love and guidance transform our lives. We have seen how trusting God helps. In health issues, financial troubles, and broken relationships, God is there. His protection, provision, and guidance are always available. By relying on God, we find peace. Our faith grows stronger. We learn to see God's hand in everything. Even in the hardest times, we can find hope and joy. God's care is constant and unwavering. Let us remember God's promises. He is our refuge, our provider, and our guide. Trusting Him with our problems brings us closer to Him. It helps us overcome life's challenges with faith and courage. Build a community of faith. Now let's take action. We can share this message with others. By building a community of faith, we support each other. We can encourage one another to trust God more. Start by talking to friends and family. Share your own experiences of God's care. Listen to their stories too. Together, you can grow in faith. Praying and reading the Bible together strengthens bonds. Join a church or a faith group. Being part of a community helps us feel connected. We can learn from each other and support one another. God's love grows stronger in a community of believers. Let us spread hope and faith. By trusting God and encouraging others to do the same, we create a ripple effect. Our community becomes a beacon of God's love and care. Trusting God has made a big difference in my life. It has been a journey of faith, filled with moments of doubt and reassurance. I have faced many challenges. Each obstacle seemed insurmountable at first, but with faith, I found a way through. There were times when I felt lost and alone. The darkness seemed overwhelming and I questioned my path, but turning to God gave me strength and hope. In prayer, I found solace and a sense of direction. I remember a time when I was very sick. The fear of the unknown gripped me tightly. I was scared and didn't know what to do. The uncertainty was paralyzing. I prayed and asked God for help. My prayers were filled with desperation and hope. Slowly, I began to feel better. It was as if a weight was lifted off my shoulders. I knew that God was with me. Another time I had financial troubles. The burden of bills was overwhelming. Bills were piling up and I was worried. The stress was constant and I felt trapped. I trusted God's promise to provide. I believed that He would make a way for me. Soon, things started to improve. Opportunities arose, and I found ways to manage my expenses. I found a way to manage my finances. It was a gradual process, but with faith, I persevered. These experiences taught me the power of trusting God. His guidance was evident in every step I took. His care is real and constant. I have felt His presence in the most challenging times. No matter what I face, I am reassured by His unwavering support. I know that God is with me. This knowledge gives me strength to face any adversity. This gives me peace and confidence. Trusting God has transformed my life, filling it with hope and resilience. The Bible is a treasure trove of divine promises that offer us encouragement and hope in our daily lives. The Bible is full of God's promises. These promises are not just words on a page, they are powerful declarations from God Himself. These promises give us hope and strength. They remind us that no matter what we face, we have a source of unwavering support and love. When we read the Bible, we feel God's love and care. It's like a warm embrace that reassures us of His presence in our lives. It reminds us that we are never alone. In moments of solitude or despair, these promises are a beacon of light guiding us through the darkness. One promise is in Jeremiah 29:11. This verse is a cornerstone of hope for many believers. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. This powerful promise assures us that God has a plan for each of us. This verse reassures us of God's good plans. It tells us that even when things seem uncertain, God is in control and has our best interests at heart. Another promise is in Isaiah 41:10. This verse is a source of immense comfort and strength. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. This shows God's support. It reassures us that we do not need to fear because God is always with us. Reading these promises helps us trust God more. It builds our faith and reminds us of His unwavering commitment to us. We know that He is always with us. His presence is a constant source of comfort and strength. His words give us courage and peace. They calm our fears and fill us with a sense of divine tranquility. Let's hold on to these promises and trust in God's care. By embracing His words, we can navigate life's challenges with confidence and serenity. Hope and trust in God's plans. As we conclude this journey, let's reflect on our learnings. Trusting God with our problems brings peace and hope. His sovereign care is always available to us. We have seen how God's protection, provision, and guidance help us. Through personal stories, scriptures, and analogies, we understand His love better. Trusting God transforms our lives. Life's challenges can be tough, but with God, we can face them with courage. His promises give us strength. We know that He has good plans for us. Our faith in God grows stronger each day. Let's continue to trust God. Let's share this message with others and build a community of faith. Together, we can find hope and joy in God's sovereign care. May His love and guidance always be with us. If this message has helped you, leave a comment sharing your biggest takeaway. Also, like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our videos. My prayer is that they are a blessing to you and all who come across them. God bless.